Hello, everyone. Welcome to the market simulation call for fall 2021 fall release. My name is Anshuman Veda. I'm your market simulation lead, and today is September 23rd. Calls and webinars are recorded for stakeholder convenience, allowing those who are unable to attend to listen to the recordings after the meetings. The recordings will be publicly available on the ISO web page for a limited time following the meetings. The recordings and any related transcription should not be reprinted without the ISO permission. We'll go through the agenda today. We have map stage availability. We'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about market simulation initiatives and then timeline for fall 2021 release. We'll talk about the initiatives separately, and then we'll discuss the known issue that we have. A quick reminder about the system interface changes that are coming with fall 2021, and then we'll talk about next steps. For map stage availability, you can always log into portalmap.kyso.com to get up-to-date system information. Currently, we don't have any maintenance scheduled in map stage, but we have upcoming maintenance starting today at 4 p.m. for Cyber UI and API, which will go till 24th, tomorrow, end of day. We will have Cyber API unavailable till 8th of October.
Hi.
On
Hi,
8th of October, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, Anshuman, can you hear me?
Yes, Ryan, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just joined at the perfect time. So I also wanted to give a heads up that tentatively we have CMRI UI and API maintenance planned for the 1st. And so I'll add that to the slide. It's a Friday, it's next Friday. I'll add this to the slide for before Anshuman posts it. And again, that's tentative. We do have some fixes coming through, but that's during our normal maintenance day. So if you have any concerns with that, please let us know.
Thank you for the update, Ryan. Any questions about the availability? All right.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, just on availability. So, what should we expect to be available on as far as cyber is concerned over the weekend? Is the both UI and API should be available from Saturday on through the until 10/8? Is that the expectation?
Yeah,
so Cyber UI and go ahead, Sean.
No, I think you're going down the same path as, yeah, the UI and the API, when they'll go down today and then come back by the end of the day tomorrow, and they're expected to just run and be available to you through the weekend and be available all week next week. And then on the 8th, yeah, so from now until the 8th, we don't have anything planned for cyber unless there are new issues that are found that may require something urgent to facilitate the continued execution of the market simulations that are in progress. But at this time, we've done our testing, and it looks like we've identified anything that needs addressing. And even the maintenance on the 8th is for changes and new functionality and not any defects. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good.
Yep.
Thank you, Trang. Any questions? All right, moving on. So updates on the timelines. Hybrid resources phase 2, we have received the approval, QRV approval, and it's available to test today. We are also doing mass structured simulation for energy storage and distributed energy resources phase 4 implementation. We have started running the scenarios from the morning. Also, Intertie shadow pricing resolution project. The start date has been moved to 30th of September, and we'll continue to support it till 15th of October. Any questions regarding these timelines?
Hi, Anshuman, this is Elena here. So may I know the reason why the date is pushed to 30th for Intertie?
It's all related to our project delivery dates. we were not able to complete our testing, and maybe Trang can provide more information regarding that.
Yes, thank you. And again, this is about inter-tie shadow pricing, right?
Yeah.
That is
right?
correct, Trang, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so we did have the team review, so let me give a summary of this. So as Ansuman said, we weren't able to finish our end-to-end. So we plan to and did execute end-to-end for inter-tie shadow pricing on trade date September 21st as planned. However, because of the data setup, we weren't able to fully validate end-to-end all the way through settlements that was successful. So we are re-executing the end-to-end for today's trade date for inter-tie shadow pricing. And then for that to flow all the way through our settlements process and be validated, we would know by the middle of next week, definitely by the 29th, how trade date 923 looks for the end-to-end, and then that's why we're planning the start of the market sim for the 30th. That being said, there is new functionality. So there is new functionality there that you can leverage. So the OASIS changes for inter-tie shadow pricing were made available when we opened up OASIS on Tuesday end of day. And the OASIS changes for inter-tie shadow pricing now do have data that were generated for our execution of the end-to-end for trade date 921. So for connectivity for OASIS, please do take a look at that, and then you should see data there. But again, from an end-to-end perspective, we haven't fully passed that yet, and that's why for the market sim execution, we're moving it out to next week to start. But we know that the concerns have been raised that this is later than we would like and very close to the production activation. And we did commit to providing updates on our end-to-end execution and details to give you an earlier preview of those results. And while we weren't able to for the 21st, we'll do that for trade date 23rd. So I hope that helps explain the full story of where we are here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for the update, Trang. Any more questions for the timeline? All right, moving on. This is the two initiatives where we are running those structured simulation for real-time settlements review phase 2. We ran the structured simulation for September 16th, and we are awaiting any UFE election changes for any market participants so that we can update it and rerun it for September 28th. The structured scenario document and business requirements specification documents are available on the links provided here. For energy storage and distributed energy resources phase 4 implementation, we are performing the structured simulation today, and we have additional dates that we can utilize this month and next month, 10/6 and 10/13, if there is a need to do additional testing. There is one more addition. If you want to add RA supply plans for the resources that are participating for the SDER4 implementation project for doing the market simulation, we will make sure that the records are available for testing dates of September 23rd and 28th. But if you want to add it for October, please let us know the supply plans and we'll upload it for you. You can also try to upload it via the SIRA, but if you're not able to do so, then please send us the supply plans and we'll upload it for you for the month of October. Any questions related to these two projects?
Anshuman, I just wanted to add one more information on that. So,
go ahead, Firdous. Thank you.
In map stage, we relaxed the showing due date. So now in map stage, if anybody wants to, they should be able to upload their own supply and RA plan till the end of this month. So we relaxed the showing due date, as one of our participants was asking. So we relaxed it, so anybody should be able to now upload it for the month of October. They don't have to send us the plan.
That's great, Firdous. Thank you.
Anshuman,
Yes.
I have a question. This is Alva PG&E. Is this the right time to raise questions about the structured and or unstructured simulation for ESDR 4 for the remainder of today? Because I have a question based on some
Yes, perfect. This
information.
is the perfect time for it. Go ahead.
Great. And the SME I'm interested in getting a little bit more information from is Juan Alvarez, who has been very helpful to us. We really appreciate his emails. But he informed us that he was going to be able to set up the data so that we would be able to validate the target state of charge and possibly the minimum state of charge elements of our scenarios. But the one thing I will need to, in order to validate, is he made a statement that the initial state of charge, which I'm assuming you could take it as the initial state of charge for any interval, is going to be based on the DOTs in the real-time market preceding that. So just to check, I want to make sure that he means that if we essentially roll all of the DOTs that we see in CMRI, that's what he would be basing it on. The reason I bring this up is because we have we had some dispatches that did not look correct in the real-time market, and we're taking our battery way above its maximum state of charge. So we're a little confused about how to get an initial state of charge value. And if he wanted to just give us that value, that would also be helpful. But for us to calculate it ourselves, we need to understand how you're going to deal with those violations of the maximum state of charge on the battery.
Right. Hi, hello. This is Juan Alvarez, PSD. So we had an issue in the setup in our environment in MapStage that was affecting the initial condition calculation of the state of charge. So that setup was fixed for our ending 15. So basically, roughly the value that you can start calculating it based on is about 6 megawatt hours for interval end 1400. I can send a screenshot if you're in that same email.
Yeah.
That I've been sending it. So this got resolved around, so for our ending 13 and for the first interval of 1355 to 1400. So usually roughly around 1400 going forward, you should be able to see that the initial condition of the state of charge is being calculated accurately. Everything that happened in the past, yes, there were violations. It was not because the market was recalculating the initial state of charge almost to zero. So
Right.
then every time RTD run, it saw the initial state of charge as zero or close to zero. So that's why it kept on charging it and charging it and charging it. And the results of that particular RTD run was respecting the min and max end of our state of charge for that particular run because the market thought it had an incorrect, state of charge of almost zero. So going forward, you can start calculating it. When I was looking at the system, it was around 6 megawatt hours. But I can send the screenshot and, can be around that, but kind of basically consider that the resource was kind of at zero or close to zero.
Right.
But just keep an eye going forward for our ending 15.
Okay, well, we'll look at that. We'll assume that the 1400, the beginning of our, or essentially the ending of our ending 14, the end of state of charge in that hour was about zero. But if you can send us the details, that would help because we're trying to calculate as accurately as possible.
Absolutely. I will send the screenshot right now to that email thread, and then you should have the information.
Thank you very much, Juan. I really appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
Perfect. Any other questions that we can discuss here for ESDR 4? All right.
Hear me?
Yes, Cindy, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not sure you get a chance to see the other issue. I'm not sure you
actually address that here, or going to let me know what is the progress on the DEF, Depot Energy bid issue that our team found?
Right. We're looking into it, Chinyu. I don't have an answer for it right now, but our SMEs are taking a look at it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so if there are no other questions for Esther, I'll move on. All right, so we have testing timelines for the projects we have where we are performing unstructured market simulation. Hybrid resources phase 2A will support it till October 15th. Actually, all the projects will support till October 15th, the intertie shadow pricing resolution. YAM-based schedule submission deadline phase 1 project has completed market simulation, and short long start definition is starting on October 4th. Any questions related to these 4 projects? All right, moving on. So the known issue that we have seen in cyber, we have a new fixed date for it. We are aiming to fix it till September 27th, so that the run on September 28th will have no issues, and this issue will be fixed, and you can submit your bids without the hourly parameter via the API. Any questions related to the known issues? All right, moving on.
Hey, Anshuman, this is Isaac with SC. Just want to confirm September 28th is going to be a rerun of the structure scenarios, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect, moving on.
One other question about that. Sorry, will there be any interruption in the, are there going to be any brief outages on cyber because of that upgrade of the API on the 28th?
So we covered that in the maintenance, Alva. If you want, I can go back to that slide.
Oh, because I thought it said that the cyber was just going to be available.
Right, so, we're putting the fix during from 4 p.m. today till tomorrow. So
okay,
that's when the fix will go in.
So it's actually, okay, so when you said the 28th, it's actually the 25th then.
Right, but we'll be doing some more testing on it, so that's why we are aiming that it will be available to market participants till September 27th.
Okay, but I mean, essentially, it will be available to us as of the 25th. It's just that you're not warranting that it's correct until you've done some additional testing yourself.
That is correct, yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? All right, so this is a quick reminder about the system interface changes for variable operations and maintenance project. This is for Masterfile. These changes are available right now on map stage, and they will go on production by January 1st. Any questions related to this change?
Hi, Anshuman, this is Chinyu. I do have one question. I think I have a ticket on this, or maybe I was open a ticket on this. So the VOM, understand the view is there, but when do you think we can start to see data?
Let me see if Trang can answer that question. Trang?
Hi, and Chinyu, just to be specific, is this about the map stage environment?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have to follow up with the team on that because you may note from previous presentations too that we're not planning a market simulation for variable O&M. So we have the changes in map stage since they're bundled with the fall, but we don't have a market simulation period. But nonetheless, we do plan on promoting the rest of that project's code there, but we just didn't have an official start date for when the data would be there, as it's not a planned formal activity. So we'll take that back and see what the project schedule shows for promotion of the rest of the code in the map stage environment, but we don't have any formal testing that's planned there for that effort. So.
Okay, understand. So yeah, let us know when you're going to plan to promote a code, and I think will be helpful just to able to see it prior to 1/1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. All right, we'll take that back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trang. Any other questions regarding this change? All right, moving on. These are the system interface changes that are coming for ESDER 4, Hybrid Resources Phase 2, and Intertie Shadow Pricing Resolution. And as of 9/21, all the changes have been deployed to map stage and are available for market participants to test. Any questions regarding the system interface changes? All right, moving on. That's all I had to discuss in today's teleconference. The next one is scheduled on September 27th at 2 p.m. I'll open up this meeting for any further questions regarding any CD tickets or any other discussion that market participants wants to do. All right, well, thank you everyone for joining the call. We'll see you back again on September 27th. Thank you.